Ishibon and Guru in the house, back with another bang on video where, ladies and gentlemen, the whole world is talking about OnePlus Nord, but we Arsenal fans can only speak about the loss against Aston Villa, because I don't think so we can recuperate that from that for at least until Sunday, because we're going to face a Watford. But let me remind you something really special. We are going to have a live this Saturday. Yes, the timings are already there in the community tab. If you still haven't seen it, go see it. If not, then let me tell you, it's going to be 7:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time, 3 p.m. BST, and it's going to be 4 p.m. Central African Time. So stay tuned this Saturday, and we are going to have a blast. Yes, you can ask me whatever questions you want as an Arsenal fan, because I have some spicy news of transfers I have actually kept only for that video. It's going to be live and it's going to be really great. So we're going to talk about it. I'm going to answer all your questions. But first, in this video, we're going to talk about what did Mikel Arteta actually speak about in the post-match presentation. Well, what did he say about, I already mentioned you in my last video about what he said about Mesut Ozil, but that's not it. The world is way beyond and big than Mesut Ozil actually, apparently. So let's talk about all competition goals most in the last 2 seasons by our Premier League players. Number 1 on that list is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And you know who's behind? Sergio Aguero with 55 goals, Raheem Sterling has 54, and Mohamed Salah having 50 goals. So you can understand who is definitely ruling that roost when you talk about the most number of goals. And I think if you ask me, I think Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is definitely underrated for the hype that Harry Kane gets when he just scores 2 goals in a game. But moving on, Arteta was asked what is his message to fans who actually flew tonight, the plane which said, our back Arteta, Kroenke out. He says that I have full support from the Kroenkes, the board, their sporting director. We are putting a very strong plan together to try to do as much as we can in the shortest period. Because at the end of the day, the league table doesn't lie, and we know the gap we have to fill in. We are on board trying to do everything together. So this is just a small part of it. I just had to say this because this actually came up from Simon Collins. So he tweeted this out. But let me tell you the reality, the actual truth. What did Mikel Arteta actually say? But before that, we're going to talk about who are going to be the officials for the FA Cup final. Yes, finally, the FA Cup final kickoff time has been officially confirmed ahead of the next month as Arsenal and Chelsea meet in a repeat of 2002 and 2017 finals. And it's really surprising because the officials are from the 2017 finals, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you wouldn't believe it. But the final will take place on Saturday, August 1st at 5:30 p.m. BST. Yes, 5:30 p.m. BST. And the Gunners booked their place in the finals. We all know how. And just like the 2017 final between the two sides, it's going to be Anthony Taylor who will be in the middle with Gary Beswick and Adam Nunn as his assistants. That's always there, isn't it? And also, the 4th official will be Chris Kavanagh, and reserve assistant referee will be Lee Betts. Stuart Atwell will be the video assistant referee and will be joined by Steve Child at Stockley Park. So it's going to be really huge, isn't it? Yes, we are ready for the finals, aren't we? But let's talk about Willian to Arsenal. Yes, Willian to Arsenal is gathering pace. People within Arsenal are very optimistic to get the deal happening, because that's really huge, isn't it? But we're talking about Willian. Let's talk about the reality of Willian. Should Willian actually come to Arsenal? I think yes, because I think I read a post from Crossbar, William Borges. Actually, Willian he has the ability to be defensively switched on while simultaneously being an attacking threat, is what makes Willian a player any manager would love to have. So I read that and I understood, yes, I think yes, Willian is going to be good. But let's talk about it. Huge deal. Arsenal are set to offer Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang a new contract worth £250,000 a week. Yes, well, it's pretty much clear that the UK-based sports marketing agency also has secured 4 new endorsement deals for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. So you can understand he's going to be beneficial if he stays in London. He's got already 4 endorsements. He's going to earn a good amount of money. But it's not just about the money. It's about staying in London for at least 2 to 3 seasons. If you ask me, if I were Arteta or probably Arsenal, I'll give him 2-year contract of paying that much amount of money with an option of increasing an extension for 1 more year. But in that extended year, I think I would probably give him improved terms wherein he'll get less amount of money and it'll be more bonuses. That would be my suggestion. And acting on Arteta's advice, Arsenal are now finalizing their first official contract offer to Aubameyang, which is likely to be worth around £250,000 a week, plus bonuses. The size of the contract is unlikely to be enough to make up the mind of Aubameyang. The club must also convince Aubameyang that they are ready to back Mikel Arteta and give the head coach a real chance to turn the club back into top 4 contenders. Well, the pair have forged a close working relationship, and Aubameyang has indicated that he enjoys playing for Arteta and would consider re-signing under him. Well, James Ollie tweets out, Mesut Ozil's continuing absence is believed to be based on a desire to freeze him out before moving him on this summer as opposed to paying the final year of his contract. Well, it's really not an ideal way to actually say that he should be frozen out, but I think there's no other option. I think if you're not getting good amount of game time, I think any footballer will go and search for a club that gives him the first team action, but that's not happening with Mesut Ozil. He's turning down offers from Turkey, so let's see how things will turn out. Because let's talk about what Arteta said, his in-depth talk. Let's actually address all of that. Well, talking about it, Arteta actually mentioned that I'm not disappointed about the attitude at all. It's where we are. I know where we are in certain moments, in certain areas of the pitch, and the things we need to improve more, and we will get that, but we need a bit more time. And talking about finishing outside the top 6 for the first time in 25 years, he says, it tells you that the gap doesn't lie, the gap with the top teams in the country. We have to make that gap smaller and smaller really quickly. And he said, emotionally and physically, it's been a very demanding week, but I saw a team who wanted to fight until the end. I'm not disappointed about the attitude. I know where we are in certain areas and where we need to improve more. We will get that. And first of all, it's my responsibility to improve the team and the mentality, of course. And after that, we need to get better in certain areas. The top teams are better than us in certain areas, and we have to do that. We are putting a very strong plan together to try to do as much as we can in the shortest period, because at the end of the day, the league table doesn't lie and we know the gap we have to fill in. And about the plane, I actually totally said that. And talking about the transfers, Arteta says, I think we will get all of the support that we need. Some of the limitations we have and uncertainties we have are going to be a little bit clearer in the next week or 2 weeks. Then we will be in a stronger position to know how much we can or can't do. And I'm very positive on transfers because everything I'm hearing is that we want the same thing, and that's the important thing. And talking about Granit Xhaka, on playing two big teams in Liverpool and City and then playing Aston Villa, he says, yes, of course, to beat two big teams, but in my opinion, you can't come here and play like this. It's not good enough, and you can't play with this mentality. It was not enough to take something from today. And we knew if we won today, the last game, if we won as well, we could have got into the Europa League. But now we have to win the FA Cup and we have more pressure. But we will do everything to win the FA Cup now. Alan Shearer has opened up about Aubameyang. He says 66 goals in 93 starts is some record for a team who haven't exactly been flying. One of the many impressive things about Aubameyang is that he has still got that blistering pace even at 31. I suspect Arsenal winning the cup could help persuade him to stay. Well, Mesut Ozil has turned down a move to Fenerbahce after they were unable to match his hefty wages. Ozil's actress wife, Gulce Amin, is said to be keen on a move to Turkey because she does not want to stay in London. She wants to go back to Turkey. She is of Turkish origin, who actually grew up in Sweden. So Mesut Ozil has no plans to leave Arsenal. He will stay till the end of his contract in 2021. His aim is to work hard in training and showcase Mikel Arteta. He can be a real asset. That is according to David Ornstein. And Ainsley Maitland-Niles could be open to leaving Arsenal this summer. We all know that Brighton are already tracking him ahead of a potential transfer and the transfer window to get open up. But let's see. Well, talking about more stuffs, Arteta understandably is disappointed last night. Charles Watts tweets out, he says, frustrated at yet more Ozil question afterwards, but they are going to come when his side are so short of creativity when playing sides who sit deep and allow them to have the ball. It's been a hell of a few weeks though, game after game, no rest. Playing top sides, they just weren't at it last night, and given the energy and emotion that was used at Wembley, it was no real surprise that Liverpool and City wins were big highs, but lots of work still needed. Totally, I completely agree with what Charles Watts has to say. But let's talk about it. Talking about the loss to Aston Villa, he says it has to hurt. Mikel Arteta says it has to hurt and we have to suffer. It's not good enough for this club. We need to improve in many areas, the team and individually. Well, Arsenal fans were left fuming after Tyrone Mings appeared to distract Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang with a joke in the build-up to the Aston Villa's goal. The relegation-threatened side moved out of the bottom three with a crucial 1-0 victory, but it looks like the viewers couldn't help but notice that how Mings managed to steal a march on his mark Aubameyang by making the Gabon international laugh. Well, if that's the case, then Aubameyang needs to be, he needs to be disciplined for it. But I think she should give credit to Trezeguet and should criticize Arsenal defenders for not defending it than be blaming Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Mikel Arteta officially has a worse record after his first 19 league games as a boss because he has 4 more. He's not even better than Unai Emery. But I don't blame him. It's been a very difficult and disappointing performance by the boys this whole season. So I think anything could happen. Well, Cedric Soares has failed to complete a single one of his 11 attempted cross tonight, and Arsenal's only shot on target was on Matt Target. That's just a joke. I actually stole it from Twitter. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, talking about it, Emirates FA Cup team of the round, you can actually pick who was your first of your two centre backs, and Shkodran Mustafi is pitched up against Chelsea's Kurt Zouma. You can go and vote for him in the official Emirates FA Cup Twitter account and actually help somehow gain momentum for Shkodran Mustafi. Alex Lacazette on this season being the hardest of his career at Arsenal. Yes, the injury hung around longer than I thought and it affected me. Afterwards, I had this period without scoring, so it wasn't easy for me, but I still learnt a lot this season. Well, talking about the FA Cup, we've already mentioned everything, but let's talk about Dominic Szoboszlai. Now, you guys have actually seen that in the thumbnails already. Why would I say that Dominic Szoboszlai could definitely come to Arsenal? Why is there a possibility? Because here's the reality. Ralf Rangnick, who was supposed to be AC Milan's new manager, would want to bring Dominic Szoboszlai with him at AC Milan. The problem is, according to Fabrizio Romano's official statement, he says Ralf Rangnick and AC Milan have decided to break their agreement. Rangnick will stay at RB Leipzig. Stefano Pioli, who recently improved Milan's performances and are performing consistently well. Well, Stefano Pioli is going to extend his contract until June 2022 as the Milan manager. So you can understand that since Ralf Rangnick, because the agent of Ralf Rangnick has actually confirmed, according to Christian Falk as well, that AC Milan have agreed that it is currently not the right time and that there is no momentum for cooperation. So it's pretty much clear that Ralf Rangnick will stay at RB Leipzig, and that means that Dominic Szoboszlai can be bought. And since Ralf Rangnick is not moving to AC Milan, so it's pretty much clear he won't be going to AC Milan, and Arsenal can poach Dominic Szoboszlai. It's become much more easier than before. And a sad stat to end the video, Arsenal will now finish outside the top 6 in the Premier League this season for the first time since 1994-1995 season, and it is really sad, isn't it? Well, these were the news of the day. I hope you enjoyed whatever came your way. All the views and news and everything about Arsenal comes platform every single day, twice. So what you gotta do is subscribe and hit that bell icon, because when you do that, you get 2 videos about Arsenal every single day. I will see you in my next video. Until then, cheers. So don't forget, Saturday is going to be the live and you guys need to be there. I would love to have a great interaction with you guys. As always, I've already done two lives already, and that was the highlight of my career was those lives. I really loved it to talk to you guys, and it'll be really great to see you around on Saturday on the mentioned times. You can see in the community section. I'll keep reminding you about it. So cheers.